I tell audiences that I have a list in my computer of the books I hope to write. And the order of those books changes, and all of a sudden one kind of rises to the top. Also, people often come up and say to me, I have an idea for your next book. A comment that can usually make me a little nervous because I think I have ideas, but I have gotten wonderful ideas from other people. Some years back, a woman in Fort Worth who has something called the Red Oak Foundation, funds only in Fort Worth, took me out and took me to her office, talked to me about her commitment to working with low-performing schools in Fort Worth and creating literacy sessions for parents and children, and parents would receive a hardback bilingual book. She herself is not bilingual. She was very committed to the notion that all children deserve beautiful books in their hands. She said to me, I would like you to think about doing some easy read bilingual books, because even though you have done some bilingual books, they can sometimes have quite a bit of text, and that can be difficult for read-alouds, both at school and at libraries. And I was very honest with her, and I said, you know, I encounter so much rejection, and I do. The whole idea of tackling a whole new area where I'm going to experience rejection again, it's difficult for me to walk that road. And she said, well, we are prepared to help. We'll try to talk to publishers. And I said, well, I can't believe that there aren't easy-read bilingual books at bookstores. And she said, well, go look. So I was doing a visit to Denver soon after. And I went to the mega chain in downtown Denver, and I said to the young woman in the children's department, where are your bilingual easy reads? And she said, well, if we have any, they're in the foreign language section. And I said, but this is Denver. And she said, well, I don't know that we have any. And indeed, I realized that there weren't. What was happening is that this particular funder was having some publishers take existing books and put the Spanish, you know, so it would be ball, and they would add pelota, etc. I ended up proposing a series that a publisher did pick up, this My Family, Mi Familia series, one family that children would see in 4 books, very easy read. I would say this series is having a very hard time surviving. When it first came out, teachers and librarians would say, oh, this is going to be great, we have such need for this. But it goes back to what I talked about earlier in the sense of many teachers and librarians are intimidated about using bilingual books. So the series exists. If it doesn't sell well, it never goes into paperback. If it doesn't sell well, publishers say, well, you know, we tried bilingual books, they don't sell. It's very hard for people to realize that children's books are a business. If you are an editor and you're very committed to children who speak Spanish at home, who hear Spanish, and you as an editor choose to publish some of those books and the books don't sell, maybe then you're not an editor anymore. So I'm delighted when I see people buying the series, but I have to say I'm nervous about the series.